Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Jayendra Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, we have started the morphology and anatomy of cockroach in the last session. We have completed the mouth and the mouth parts, the biting and chewing type of mouth parts, and different other parts of the oral cavity. And now we are going to discuss about the thorax. So we have completed the head part, in which we have detailed discuss about mouth parts, and now we are going to start with thorax. Thorax basically consists of three segments, both in embryological life and in the adult life. So it consists of three segments. The anterior segment is the prothorax, anterior segment. Middle is mesothorax, and the posterior is metathorax. So thorax consists of three segments, both in embryological and adult life. Both in embryological and adult life. And there are three, it consists of three segments: anterior prothorax, middle mesothorax, and the posterior is metathorax. Now coming to thoracic sclerites. Each thoracic segment is enclosed by four chitinous plates, four chitinous skeletal sclerites. So these chitinous skeletal sclerites are as follows. On the dorsal side, tergum is present. On the dorsal side, tergum is present, which is unpaired. On the ventral side, sternum is present, which is also unpaired. And on the lateral side, pleura, which is paired. Pleura is also known as pleuron. Singular is pleuron. Okay, so thorax is basically, in the thoracic segments, they are enclosed by four chitinous skeletal sclerites. These chitinous or chitinous skeletal sclerites are as follows. On the dorsal side, tergum is there, which is unpaired. On the ventral side, sternum is there, which is also unpaired. And on the lateral side, pleura or pleuron is there, which is paired. The tergum of the prothorax is called pronotum. Tergum of prothorax is called pronotum. Tergum of prothorax is called pronotum. Pronotum is the largest sclerite and projects forward to cover neck. Pronotum is the largest sclerite among all the sclerites. Pronotum is the largest sclerite and it projects forward to cover neck. I should tell you, the head is basically connected to prothorax. Head is basically connected to prothorax of cockroach. The angle between head and thorax is 90 degrees. Okay. So the largest sclerite is pronotum. Okay. Tergum of prothorax is called pronotum, which is the largest sclerite, and it projects forward to cover neck. Now, coming to on the next slide, thoracic appendages. Thoracic appendages mean thorax bear, or it is having 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. There are 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. Okay. Legs. Each thoracic leg or leg segment bears a pair of walking legs. Each thoracic leg segment bears, or it is having, a pair of walking legs. According to their position, they are classified as prothoracic legs, mesothoracic legs, and metathoracic legs. Okay? Prothoracic, mesothoracic, and metathoracic. So legs, each thoracic segment bears a pair of walking legs, prothoracic legs or prolegs, mesothoracic legs or mesolegs, and metathoracic legs or metalegs. They arise in between sterna and pleura. Okay. So these legs, all these 3 pairs of legs, they are jointed. All are jointed as it belongs to phylum Orthopoda. These appendages are jointed. They arise in between sterna and pleura. Okay. Each leg is composed of 5 podomeres. Every single leg is basically made up of 5 podomeres. Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. These are 5 podomeres. So every leg is having these podomeres. Okay. Coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. Understood? I'll make you recall the sclerites. They are the part of exoskeleton. Okay. They are made up of chitin. Mean these are chitinous plates which are hard and brown in color. Okay. So these chitinous sclerites, they make the exoskeleton, and they are joined by arthrodial membrane or articular membrane. Understood? So all these sclerites, whether it is the pronotum or the other sclerites we have discussed, okay, like the dorsal is tergum, ventral is sternum, and lateral is pleura or pleuron. So all these legs, they arise in between sternum and pleura. Pleura is on the lateral side, and dorsal is tergum and ventral is sterna. Okay. So I'll write here. Dorsal is tergum, ventral is sterna, and lateral is pleurite. Dorsal tergite, ventral sternite, and lateral is pleurite. Understood? The podomeres which are present are coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. Now coming to next, these are the podomeres. I mean, it is a diagram which help you to understand. This is the coxa. This part is trochanter. Then this part is femur. Then tibia and tarsus. Okay. Prothoracic T1, mesothoracic T2, and metathoracic T3 thoracic segments. Okay. Then the thoracal coxal joint, which is between the trochanter, the coxal part and the thoracic part. So these appendages or the leg is jointed with thoracal coxal joint, which is between coxa and thorax. Then trochoantral femoral joint. So trochoantral femoral joint is basically between trochanter and femur. So trochanter and femur, they are also having a joint, trochanteral femoral joint. Then coxal trochanteral joint between coxal and trochanteral part. Okay, this again is trochanter. Okay, then femoral tibial joint, which in between femur and tibia. Then tibia tarsal joint between tibia and tarsal. Okay. Now coming to next, podomeres. So now we are going to discuss about all these podomeres. Coxa. It is small, hard podomere. So coxa is small, hard podomere, which basically articulates, which basically, fix or make a joint with a thoracic segment in between the pleura and the sternum. So in between pleura and sternum, the coxa makes the joint between with the thoracic segment, that is known as what? Thoracal coxal joint. Thoracal coxal joint. Trochanter. Trochanter is a small, hard podomere which lies next to coxa. So trochanter, it lies next to coxa. Trochanter articulates with movably with coxa. So trochanter articulates with coxa with coxal trochanteral joint. Okay, so trochanter is movable with coxa, but is fused with the next podomere. But it is fused with the next podomere, femur. Okay. So the trochanteral femoral joint is fused, mean it is immovable, but the coxal trochanteral joint is movable. Understood? The coxal trochanteral joint is movable while the trochanteral femoral joint is not movable, it is fused. Third is femur. Femur is long, it is long, and it is a stout, having a stout like projection. So it is long and it is the stoutest part of the leg, bearing sensory bristles. So you can see femur is the long and the stoutest part of the leg, having sensory bristles on it. Okay, I'll show you in the picture. Yeah, femur, you can see it is having the appendages attached to it. Okay, so femur is the long and the stoutest part of the leg, having sensory bristles. Tibia, it is thin, it is cylindrical, and the longest part of the leg. It is thin, cylindrical, and the longest part of the leg, which also possesses bristles. So tibia is also having bristles. Okay, tibia is thin, it is slender, light, and the longest part of the leg, which also possesses bristles. Okay, is that understood? So bristles are basically present in the femur, in the tibia. Tibia is the longest part of the leg. It is thin, slender-like, which also possesses bristles. Tarsus. It is the terminal part of the leg. Tarsus is the terminal part of the leg and composed of 5 tarsomeres. So tarsus is the terminal part of the leg which is composed of 5 tarsomeres. So there are 5 tarsomeres which are present in the tarsal part. It is the terminal part of the leg. Understood? Now, coming to next, terminal tarsomere, they are also known as pretarsus. Terminal tarsomere, where the tarsus it ends. So the last or the fifth terminal tarsomere is also known as pretarsus. This pretarsus is having two sharp curved claws. It is having two sharp curved claws like this, and they have a soft hairy pad, the pulvillus. The pulvillus is the soft hairy pad present in the claw region of the pretarsus. So in between claws, there is a soft hairy pad which is known as what, pulvillus. And these claws, they are present on the pretarsal region, which is the terminal part of the tarsus. Understood? Each tarsomere bears a soft adhesive pad. Each tarsomere is having a soft adhesive pad, the plantula, on its lower side. So what are the regions you have to remember? The tarsus, it is having 5 tarsomeres. It is the terminal part of the leg and composed of 5 tarsomeres. Terminal tarsomere is known as what? Pretarsus, which bears 2 sharp curved claws and a soft hairy pad, pulvillus. And this soft hairy pad is in between 2 claws. Each tarsomere bears a soft adhesive pad, the plantula. The plantula is the soft adhesive pad and pulvillus is the soft hairy pad. Plantula, soft hairy pad, soft adhesive pad is present on the lower side, and soft hairy pad, pulvillus, is present on the or present in between the 2 claws. Claws and pads, they help in grasping of the substratum. Claws and pads, they help in the grasping of the substratum strongly, firmly. Okay, so coxa, it is the small hard podomere which articulates with the thoracic in between sterna and pleura. Trochanter, it is a small hard podomere which lies just next to coxa. It makes 2 joints, one with coxa, other one is with femur. The femoral joint is immovable and the coxal joint is movable. Femur, it is the long and stoutest part of the leg bearing sensory bristles. Tibia, it is a thin, cylindrical and longest part of the leg which also possesses bristles. Tarsus, it is the terminal part of the leg composed of 5 tarsomeres. The terminal tarsomere is known as what? Pretarsus, which bears 2 sharp curved claws known as what? Having a soft hairy pad in between, pulvillus. Each tarsomere bears a soft adhesive pad, plantula, on the base. Claws and pads, they help to grasp the substratum. Now coming to next, wings. So when we talk about wings, there are 2 types of wings. There are 2 pairs of wings. As in the diagram you can see. One is the forewing. And the other one is hind wings. Okay. So there are 2 pairs of wings found in the cockroach. The first pair is the mesothoracic wing. And the second pair is metathoracic wing. Okay. The first pair, which is the mesothoracic wing, is attached to the tergum of mesothorax. Mesothoracic wing is attached to tergum of mesothorax. And metathoracic wing, it is attached to the tergum of metathorax. metathorax. Right? The wings are membranous outgrowth. Wings are membranous outgrowth. And they are supported by a network of tubules. They are supported by network of tubules. These tubules are branched and cylindrical. Branched and cylindrical. Okay? So these tubules are known as what? Nervures. They are known as what? Nervures. Okay? So nervures or veins, they actually support the membranous outgrowth, that is wings. These tubules or nervures or veins, they are connected to hemocoel. They are communicated to hemocoel. Hemocoel is the blood-filled cavity. The hemocoelomic fluid circulates in these tubules. Fluid circulates in these tubules. Okay. Next point. Trachea is responsible for respiration. So the air tube or trachea and some very fine nerves are present on each nervure. So it is also having trachea and fine nerves also present on nervure. Understood? Wings, they move and their movement is controlled by a special muscle. Wings movement is controlled by set of special muscles. Understood? So there are two pairs of wings, forewings and hindwings. Forewings are mesothoracic wings and hindwings are metathoracic wings. Wings, they are membranous outgrowth which are supported by the fine network of tubules which are branched and cylindrical. They are known as what? Nervures or veins. These nervures or veins, they communicate with the hemocoel and the hemocoelomic fluid supplies in all these nervures or veins. Trachea and some fine nerves are also present on the nervures. Wing movement is basically controlled by a set of special muscles. Understood? Now, mesothorax or the mesothoracic wing. So, I have to add one more slide over here. Yeah. So the mesothoracic wings, also known as hind wings, also known as forewings, forewings. They are thick, leathery, opaque, and dark colored structures. So mesothoracic wings or forewings, they are thick, leathery, opaque, and dark colored. These wings, they are narrow and they are narrowest at their distal end. At their distal end. Understood? Mesothoracic wings are larger than the second pair of wings. They are not used for flight. And cover and protect the metathoracic wings. Only cover and protect the metathoracic wings. Understood? So mesothoracic wings, they are not meant for flight. They only cover the metathoracic wings. Understood? Now next point. Mesothoracic wings, they are fixed or attached with the lateral margins of tergum. Mesothoracic wings are attached to anterior-lateral margins of mesothoracic tergum. Okay, and they are also known as wing covers or tegmina. They are also known as what? Tegmina or wing covers or elytra. So forewings, tegmina, elytra, wing covers, they all are the same name. They are thick, leathery, opaque, and dark colored. They are narrowest at their distal end. They are larger than metathoracic wings. They don't use for flight. They just cover the metathoracic wings. They protect the metathoracic wings. Mesothoracic wings, they are attached to the anterior lateral margins of mesothoracic tergum. Now the metathoracic wings. They are also known as hind wings. They are delicate, thin and transparent, and broad at terminal regions. Okay? They are used for flight. but in resting position, they lie folded below the tegmina. So they are used for flight, but in resting position, they lie folded below tegmina or elytra or the mesothoracic wings. Metathoracic wings are attached with the anterior lateral margins of metathoracic tergum. The mesothoracic wings, they are attached to the anterior lateral margins of mesothoracic tergum, and metathoracic wings, they are attached to the anterior lateral margins of metathoracic tergum. Understood? Now coming to next, thoracic spiracles. Thoracic spiracles, there are two pairs of thoracic spiracles. Two pairs of thoracic spiracles. First pair of spiracle are mesothoracic, lying in front of mesothorax. The first pair of spiracle is mesothoracic, which lies in front of mesothorax. Just give me a minute. In front of mesothorax, between the bases of first and second pairs of leg. Between the bases of first and second pairs of legs. These are the largest spiracles, right? So thoracic spiracles, there are two pairs of thoracic spiracles. The first pair of spiracles are mesothoracic and they lie in front of the mesothorax. They lie in front of the mesothorax between the bases of first and second pair of legs. Between the base of the first and second pair of legs. Understood? These are largest spiracles. Second pair of spiracles is called metathoracic spiracle, which lies in front of metathorax between the base of second and third pair of legs. So between first and second pair of leg, first pair of spiracle, first pair of spiracle, and between second and third, second pair of spiracle. The first pair of spiracle between first and second pair of spiracle between second and third, right? So these are thoracic spiracles. Spiracles are basically meant for intake of fresh air and release of foul air. Helps in intake of fresh air and helps in expelling of right. So we have discussed about the thorax, the thoracic sclerites, the thoracic appendages, legs, wings, and thoracic spiracles. Now it's turn to start abdomen. Just give me a minute. Yeah, abdomen. So abdomen, it is the largest part of the body and consists of 10 segments. So abdomen is the largest part of the body and consists of 10 segments, both in males and females. The abdomen is the largest part of the body, which consists of 10 segments, both in males and females. Second point, sclerites are also here. the chitinous exoskeletal plates, abdominal sclerites, dorsal tergum, ventral sternum, and two lateral pleurites, same as we have studied in about thorax. The dorsal tergite, ventral sternite, and lateral pleurite. Understood? Now next, there are 10 terga, when there are 10 tergal segments. The seventh tergum covers the eighth tergum in male. In case of male cockroach, the seventh tergum covers the eighth tergum. So ninth and tenth are visible in case of male. And in case of female, the seventh tergum covers eighth and ninth tergum in female. Okay. So in case of males, the seventh covers the eighth one, and in case of females, it covers eighth and ninth. The tenth tergum is large and notched in the middle and project backwards. The tenth tergum is large and it is having a notch in between and it projects backwards. Abdomen bears 9 sterna while 10th one is absent. So in case of abdomen, sterna are 9. Okay, the sterna which is present on the ventral side, they are 9. And the 10th one is absent. In male, all 9 sterna are seen, but in female, only 7 sterna are seen, as the 7th one hide the 8th and 9th. Okay? Next. So in case of males, the 9 segments are, or the 9 sterna are visible, while in case of females, the 7 sternites are only visible because the 8th and 9th is covered. In case of females, the 7th sternum is boat-shaped, and together with 8th and 9th sterna, the 7th one forms genital pouch or Brood's pouch. In case of females, the 7th sternum is boat-shaped, and together with 8th and 9th, it makes the genital pouch or the brood pouch. Okay? Brood pouch is basically divisible at the front into genital chamber and at the back vestibulum. The brood pouch is divisible into front side, it is divisible into genital chamber, and at the back side it forms vestibulum. Vestibulum or oothecal chamber. So in females, the brood pouch means 7, 8, 9. They are divisible into genital chamber in front, and at the back the oothecal chamber or vestibulum. The genital chamber contains female genital chamber, spermathecal pores, and collateral glands. Genital chamber in case of female consists of genital chamber, female genital chamber, spermathecal pores, and collateral glands. Okay? In males, the genital pouch, in case of males, the genital pouch lies at the hind end of abdomen. So it lies at the hind end of the abdomen. It contains dorsal anus, ventral male genital pore, and gonapophysis, also known as phallomeres. So in case of females, the 7th, 8th, 9th, they form the genital pouch or the brood's pouch. In case of female, the brood pouch is divisible into front side, it makes the genital chamber, and the back side vestibulum or oothecal chamber. The genital chamber mainly consist of spermathecal pores and collateral glands, and in case of males, the genital pouch lies at the hind end of abdomen, and it contains dorsal anus, ventral male genital pore, and gonapophyses. And gonapophyses, also known as phallomeres. The gonapophyses are also known as phallomeres. Understood? Now coming to next slide, abdominal appendages. Abdominal appendages mainly consist of anal cerci, which is paired, jointed outgrowths which arise from 10th tergum. Anal cerci, they are paired, jointed outgrowths which arise from 10th tergite. Anal cerci is present in both males and females. They are long, thick structures which are found in both male and female and are sensitive to touch, sound, vibrations, right? So anal cerci, they are long, thick structures which are found in both male and female, and they are sensitive to touch, sound, and other vibrations. Anal styles. First is the anal cerci, now the anal style. They are also paired, but they are thin, small, and unjointed. Anal cerci, it was paired, jointed, okay, thick and long. While anal style, thin and short, unpaired and unjointed. Okay, thin, small, paired and thin, small, paired and unjointed. The anal style project backwardly from the sides of ninth sternum of the male cockroach only. So anal style is present in the male sternum only, while the anal cerci is present on both male and female. So please remember, this can be a distinguished point between the male and female cockroach. Anal cerci is paired and is jointed outgrowth which arise from 10th tergum. Anal cerci, they are long, thick, jointed outgrowths present both in male and female cockroaches, and they are sensitive to touch, sound, and other vibrations. Now, anal style, it is paired, thin, small, unjointed outgrowth which project backwardly from the sides of ninth sternum of the male cockroach only. Next, gonapophyses of phallomeres. They are present in both the sexes, male and female cockroach, and they surround the genital chamber or genital apertures, not genital chamber, genital apertures. So gonapophyses of phallomeres, they used to surround the genital apertures, okay? In males, please rectify this spelling. It is basically males. In males, gonapophyses of phallomeres arise from the ninth segment and form external genitalia or external genital organs for copulation. Okay. So gonapophyses or phallomeres in case of male cockroach arise from the ninth sternum, ninth segment, and form the external genitalia or external genital organ for copulation. In females, they belong to 8th and 9th abdominal segment. In case of female, they belong to 8th and 9th abdominal segment, while in case of males, it arises from the 9th abdominal segment. In female, it arises from the 8th and 9th abdominal segment to form ovipositor. Okay. Ovipositor is basically a structure which guides the fertilized eggs towards the oothecal chamber of ootheca for ootheca formation. So in case of females, the gonapophyses of phallomeres belong to 8th and 9th abdominal segment to form ovipositor. Ovipositor helps to guide the fertilized eggs towards oothecal chamber for ootheca formation. Stink glands. Stink glands, they are paired glands present between the fifth and sixth abdominal terga. So they are present in between the fifth and sixth abdominal terga. They produce a secretion that gives a foul smell or stinky smell. Okay. The stink gland secretes foul smell, bad smell, or stinky smell. Understood? So anal cerci, anal style, gonapophysis. Okay, anal style only in male cockroach, anal cerci both in male and female. Gonapophysis or phelomeres, ninth abdominal segment in case of male, and eighth and ninth in case of females. Gonapophysis in case of females form ovipositor, which helps to guide the fertilized eggs towards the oothecal chamber to form ootheca. And in case of males, it forms the external genital organ for copulation. Sting glands, they are paired and they are present between fifth and sixth abdominal terga. They secrete a fluid having a foul smell or stinky smell. Understood? Now these are abdominal appendages. You can see this is anal style. Okay. Anal cerci, 10th tergite, 10th tergite. Okay. Opening of oothecal chamber. This is the opening of oothecal chamber. So these are abdominal segments. Anal cerci, thick. Anal style, short. Okay, short or thin. Ovipositor in case of female. Understood? Yeah. Now apertures. The different apertures. First is the anal aperture or the anus. It is present on the posterior most part of the alimentary canal, which helps to eliminate the waste matter. Means the waste matter, everything is expelled out from the anus. Genital aperture in males, the genital aperture just lie below anus. It lie below anus. In females, the genital aperture opens into a genital chamber. Anus, it is present on the posterior most part of the alimentary canal, which help to eliminate the waste matter. Genital aperture in males, it lies below anus, and in females, genital aperture opens into genital chamber. In females, genital aperture opens into genital chamber. In males, it lies below anus. Abdominal spiracles, there are 8 pair of abdominal spiracles. First pair is dorsal and lies on the margins of first abdominal tergite. The remaining spiracles are present on the pleura between terga and sterna. Okay. So the first pair is dorsal, which lies on the margins of first abdominal tergum. The remaining other spiracles, they are present on the pleura in between terga and sterna. Okay. Respiratory tubes are trachea for respiration. So now all these parts mean apertures, the appendages, then abdominal sclerites, everything is discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the difference between or comparison between male and female cockroach. Yeah. Male cockroach, the abdomen is long and narrow. Female, it is broad and short. Segments in male cockroach abdomen, 9 segments are visible, 7 segments are visible because 8th and 9th is hidden. Either hidden or reduced. Anal styles in male cockroach present, female cockroach absent. Anal cerci is present on both. Terga. Seventh tergum covers 8 tergum, seventh covers 9, 8 and 9. Brood pouch in males is absent, in females it is present. Antenna is longer in males, shorter in females. Wings, in case of males, it extends beyond the tip of the abdomen, and females, wings, they extend up to the end of the abdomen. Okay. So in case of males, the wings they extend beyond the tip of the abdomen, and in case of females, the wings they extend up to the end of the abdomen. Antenna is longer in males, shorter in females. Brood pouch is absent in males, present in females. Seventh tergum covers 8 tergum in case of male, in females it covers 8 and 9. Anal style is absent in case of female, it is present in males. Okay. In case of males, all abdominal 9 segments are visible. In case of females, only 7 segments are visible. Abdomen long and narrow, female. In females, the abdomen is short and broad. So my dear students, this is all about the thorax region, the abdominal region. And now we are going to discuss about the body wall from the next class, from the next session. Till then, please take care of yourself. Please watch my previous videos so that you could have a better connect for the upcoming lectures. Bye bye everyone. Take care. Stay safe.